What is up, guys? Aaron Radcliffe here from nomadsnation.com, your #1 resource for nomad lifestyle, backpack reviews, and all that good shit. And today, we're doing an Aer Sling Bag 2 review. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about this sling bag. We're gonna talk about the specs, the style, the feel, the front, back, middle, everything so you can know whether or not this is the pack for you. And at the end of the review, I'll let you know who I think this bag is perfect for. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first part of the review is the specs. Let's talk about the price. This bad boy is gonna run you $80 US, which all things considered, the high quality materials you're getting, the exterior materials, the zippers, the whole intuitiveness behind the design, it's a good price. And then the other spec to take into consideration is the capacity. This bad boy is a 17-liter sling. Now in the sling world, that's big. Most slings are small, think 2 liters, 7 liters, 10 at most. So 17, you're dealing with quite a large, big old sling. But it's also not as big as a backpack, which usually clocks in minimum around 20 to 25 liters. And that's what this thing is intended to be, kind of an in-betweener of a mid-sized day pack and a super small sling. You mash the two together and you get the Aer Sling Bag 2. All right, so before we head to the gym, we're grabbing a light brekkie and we're gonna talk about the style and the feel of the Aer Sling Bag 2. First up is the style. Bag's gotta look right. You don't wear clothes that you think look dumb, so you're not gonna wanna wear a backpack that you think looks dumb. Stay. And I will say with this backpack, while I typically am in love with Aer's style, this is not my favorite. Now the reason is they nail it in certain ways. I love the materials and the look and the black on black and the way that this like sleek, leathery sort of material cuts the more tough, durable looking nylon right down the middle. Like it's smart, man. Like I love Aer's style. Just the actual shape and look of this bag isn't my favorite. Like when you wear it, like check it out. It's kind of blobby, it's kind of big. But that's why I would say that this isn't meant to be necessarily the most stylish pack in the world. It's more of a functional bag. It's more like, hey, I need something to carry my laptop, my gym shoes, my gym shirt, my gym towel, and my water bottle, and that's it. So in that measure, for the functionality, they did great. And like what they had to work with, they did great. Just the overall shape and stuff, like it's just not my favorite stylish looking sling that I've ever seen. But it's innovative and it's cool, and I'll give them that. Who eats just a croissant by itself? Like some weirdo, right? So, the feel of a bag is not just like how does it feel when you're wearing it, but it's also like the materials, okay? Now, the good thing is that the materials on all Aer products are next level. They all use this black ballistic nylon. Ballistic nylon has that smooth feel, but kind of a scaly look to it. It was made first by the military, I think, so it's like, you know that it's durable, and it's just got a sweet ass, like urban look to it. That feel is complemented by great zippers. These are all YKK zippers. They got like a matte coating on them, so they look cool and they all function really well. All the zippers are really smooth, but note that the central zipper on all Aer bags is a sticky zipper. Like it's like, you just gotta really pull on this to open it. But it's a gym bag, so it's like your pre-workout, you know? Pointer finger day. Never skip pointer finger day. The interior materials of all Aer products, I like, I don't love. They're nice, they're not like luxurious, I wouldn't say, but for the price point, I think it all works out. It's all fine and dandy. And they're not bad, just like there's some companies that do it better. And finally, how does it actually feel, like the comfort of when you're wearing it? And yet again, I'm not really crazy about it. Reason is, when this thing is light, it's fine. The sling strap feels great. The bag has a nice fit. It's all fine and dandy. But when you start to really load this guy up, I'm talking throw your laptop in there, throw some more work stuff in there, throw your keyboard in there, throw your shoes in there. I mean, when you really start to pile it up, the whole strap system becomes incredibly less comfortable and really starts to like dig into you. And then I would actually say it's quite uncomfortable. We'll talk a bit more about the specifics of the actual back panel and this strap in the back section of this review. But just know when it comes to comfort, it depends how much you're carrying. All right, so check it out. Let's talk about the front of the Aer Sling Bag 2. Really, there's only one thing to discuss, and that's just kind of this front pocket right there. Now on either side of the front pocket, we got that ballistic nylon, which like I said, has that bumpy, scaly, yet smooth to the touch sort of a look and feel. And that is split by this water resistant YKK zipper. I love that zip, man. It kind of like parts the ballistic nylon seas. It's like Moses. But anyways, if we jump inside, you can see that we have a single front pocket. Now here's the thing with this bag. There's not a lot of pockets on it. It's kind of simple. You have 3 compartments and that's it. This being one of them. So there's no real quick access pocket. So this is kind of the quick access pocket, which in some ways kind of sucks. Because like I said, these zippers are a little bit more challenging to get into. They're not hard. You just got to kind of apply a little bit more strength when you open it because of their stickiness. And the whole point of a quick access pocket is like you just want to be able to flip the bag around, unzip, grab what you need and go. And this pocket doesn't really provide that. I just got a few things in here, holding my phone in there, AirPods, wallet, just kind of the basics because more or less this is the quick access. And you don't want to fill it with too much stuff because you can compromise how much stuff you can hold in the main compartment, which we'll talk about next. All right, we're done with the front. Now let's chat about the middle of this sling. Now, one thing to notice is on the sides, no water bottle holder. There's no water bottle holder on this bag, which really surprised me. My logic was this: people who go to the gym like water, water bottles hold water, therefore the gym bag should have a place for the water bottle, but it doesn't. I think that Aer didn't want to screw with like the smallness of this and make it like more bloated, but I think it kind of screwed up the functionality a little bit because putting the water bottle in the main compartment isn't quite as like, I don't know, it doesn't even seem as functional to me. It's kind of a mess. To access the main compartment, you got this cool little buckle mechanism. Now I think this guy's pretty cool. Unbuckle, and then we have access there. The cool thing about this is like the way that it's set up. So when you're buckled in, it kind of tightens up when you're wearing it. But if you need additional space and you really fill this fucker up, and it can kind of expand a little bit like that. It's a nifty little thing, and I like the way that it functions, and I like the way that it looks for the buckle. It's a good buckle. It's not too big of a buckle. Let's jump into the main compartment though. Yet again, we've got amazing zippers, but the zippers are gonna stop right here. So you got like a half moon, does not pull all the way down. And you can see what we have in the main compartment. Now, like, it's kind of a mess in there. And here's my thing with this bag. It's comfortable if you're not carrying a lot of stuff, and it also makes sense to use if you're not carrying a lot of stuff. But when you start packing more shit in there, it's less comfortable and it makes less sense to me. So in here I have my water bottle, I've got some gym clothes, and then you can see right here we kind of have like a little tech space. We have a couple of elastic pockets. These are good for things like maybe batteries, laptop charger, cell phone chargers. Here we have a little zip pocket, which I always like to keep a little extra spare cash in there. I always like to have a little extra spare cash in any backpack I have because I have been known to lose shit. That includes a wallet. And then finally we have a laptop compartment as well. This laptop holder can hold up to a 13-inch laptop. And yeah, that's kind of what we got going on there. There's no little secret hidden pockets anywhere. It's just kind of like the main area and then this little tech area. But yet again, notice we have these shoes. Let's talk about the shoe compartment. Now, if you flip this bag around, you'll see on the bottom that we have a ventilated shoe compartment. This shoe compartment can fit up to a size 13 men's shoes, so my size 9 Pumas are fitting in there with room to spare. So this is really the main selling point, I think, of a sling like this. If you don't need a shoe compartment, then you can just buy a regular kind of a backpack or like a regular bigger sling, but like this shoe compartment is the defining characteristic of this sling. The good thing is that if you want to take this sling on like a day trip or like on a weekend trip, if you're a super light packer, is that you can also use it for some laundry. It's ventilated so your shit won't smell too bad. Yeah, let's look at the relationship of this shoe compartment with the main compartment. Because as you can see, when we had the shoes in there, it took up a ton of space. But when you don't have the shoes in there, you can roll up that excess fabric, and now, boom, you got a lot more space in your sling bag. So this is kind of the paradox with this sling, is you want to kind of take a bunch of stuff, but as you start putting stuff in there, it gets tight, man. It gets really, really crowded. It gets really, really hectic. And I just don't think it makes really that much sense. I like this bag for its simplicity and for using it for simple things. Like if you just have shoes, a laptop, a shirt, and a water bottle, it's good. But when you start adding more stuff than that, this bag gets complicated real fast. All right, let's hit the gym. Now, let's wrap up this Aer Sling Bag 2 review by talking about the back of the sling. Not a lot to discuss here. First off, let's talk about the actual back panel, or the lack thereof. Usually on the back panel of a backpack, we have padding, which achieves two things. One, it gives you extra comfort, like pillows, kind of softens the blow. And two, that three-dimensional padding helps create ventilation so air can flow through the back and give in your back a nice breeziness. This has neither though. But that's because remember, this is a sling, not a backpack, but it's a big sling. So if you're wearing this on your back, you know, it's covering the majority of your back. So there's a lot of back real estate that's being covered. So it can get sweaty and uncomfortable pretty quick. I'm not criticizing this because I don't know if there was much of a choice. I haven't seen a sling with padding, but then again, this is also the biggest sling that I've reviewed. So maybe at a certain size, a sling does need some sort of back panel love to create that comfort and create the ventilation. I'm not really sure. And then we have the main nylon strap. Now it's not connected here because like I said, this is the expansion option. It gives you access to the main compartment and also closes it. And we just have just a nylon strap, and I don't love this strap. So like I said, if you're carrying this thing and it's light, it feels good no matter what. But when you've got your laptop in there and a bunch of other shit, like it adds up real fast, and I just wish that there was some sort of like shoulder padding here because it did get kind of painful. Not like, oh my God, I'm dying painful, but that is noticeably uncomfortable painful, and that's not what you want when you're spending about $100 on a backpack or a sling or whatever it is. So while the nylon itself is a good quality and it's nice, I just wish that there was some sort of additional padding here to take some of that uncomfort off of your shoulder, because you know, this thing could be heavy. Moving on down, we have this little system here where you can tighten the strap if you so wish, or you can loosen it, and it can go pretty loose. And then it connects to the bottom via a hook, and you can change this hook whether you are right-handed or left-handed. My other criticism about this strap though, is that I wish that there was some way to unbuckle it from the middle. So for instance, you got a ton of stuff in here, okay? You're walking around, like imagine the bag was the sling is a little bit more packed up and you're walking around and you have to take it off. I love a sling where you can just go and unpop it right there. The Aer Sling has it, the Bellroy sling has it. Lots of slings have this feature, but this one doesn't. So every time I take this off or put it back on, I gotta do one of these again, which kind of varies in ease as my emotions vary in happiness. If I'm in a good mood, it's not a big deal, but when I'm a little annoyed, I find it really annoying. Now, I understand that it might have been a little difficult to have a buckle here and a buckle here. Maybe it would have been buckle overkill and they had to kill one of the buckles and they chose to keep this one and lose that one, but it really compromise the experience of this sling for me. I understand that like wishing for a feature that doesn't exist makes you seem a little spoiled, but at the end of the day, I love my slings. I am on the sling revolution, man. And the best part about the sling is when it's there and you just pop it out and then the sling is off, and then this didn't have it and it just left me craving it every time. So yeah, more or less, I gotta give this strap and the overall kind of back of this sling bag, not a great score. I don't find it comfortable and I don't find it functional. It's not terrible, but like, it's just not for me, the solution that I was hoping it would be. All right guys, check it out. I'm gonna blast through a quick workout. We'll meet on the other side at my co-working space. Let's round up this Sling Bag 2 review and talk about the pros, cons, who it's for and who it's not for. Overall pro number one with this sling or with this bag or with this pack, whatever you want to call it, are the exterior materials. The exterior materials are not exclusive just to this sling bag. They are one of the best parts of all Aer products. Like 90% of their backpacks use this ballistic nylon, and like I said, it's made by Cordura, and Cordura is like the Maserati of ballistic nylon. It just feels f***ing amazing. Pro number two is going to be the zips. Yet again, not exclusive to this bag, all Aer products have YKK zippers with a really nice matte sort of finish on them. And minus this one being a little on the sticky side because of the water resistant lining right there, all the zippers are really easy and really nice to do and undo. But on the flip side, while I do like things about this pack, the things that I like are more based about things about Aer as a backpack company and less about the Sling Bag 2 as a specific pack. Here's my cons. Con number one is the shape. When you wear this thing, it doesn't really look great. It doesn't really feel great. In the words of my cameraman, Boris, he said it looks like an old Russian ball sack. You said that. Not sexy. Con number 2 is going to be the comfort. I found this thing to be pretty uncomfortable. Now, like I said, if I kept it super light, a pair of shoes, maybe a shirt in there, it was fine. Any backpack's gonna be fine with that sort of light weight on it. But we don't want it just to be fine in one circumstance. We want a sense of versatility from them. So if we want this to carry more shit, it's just as comfortable if it's carrying less shit. But unfortunately, I can't say that it was comfortable. When I put my laptop in here and a few other things, I found this strap to be, it was like kind of digging into me. The whole thing kind of felt tight. It was uncomfortable to take off. I wish there was that buckle there. Just the whole thing was just kind of uncomfortable. And overall, con number 3 is going to be the laptop area. It doesn't feel really secure in there. I like my laptop compartments to be tight. You know, this thing's just kind of wobbling around a little bit. It's just, I feel like they threw it in there to kind of give it a little something extra. Like, hey, this is a gym bag. But why not put a laptop holder in there too? Because now we can say it also has that. When in reality, man, it just doesn't need it. It doesn't feel like it should use it. I think this just should have been a gym bag and that's it. Gotta call a spade, man. So taking all them pros and all them cons into consideration, we at Nomads Nation give the Aer Sling Bag 2 a rating of 3 out of 5 stars. It is good for what it does, but there's just not enough versatility in it. I almost wish they would have taken the entire laptop compartment out, lowered the price by 20 bucks, and just called it what it is. Call it a spade. So now you might be wondering, wait, Aaron, is this bag for me? I'm gonna tell you. I think that the Aer Sling Bag 2 is perfect for you if you're looking for a simple gym bag and you're not gonna carry too much stuff in it. I'm talking a pair of shoes, pair of clothes, towel, water bottle, that's it. If that sounds like you, then you're gonna love this bag. Check the links below. By using those links, we'll get a kickback, and those kickbacks are what keeps the lights on here at Nomads Nation. And that's it. That's the only type of person I can recommend this bag for. Here are the people that the Aer Sling Bag 2 is not good for. This bag is not good for you if you're looking for a gym bag that has a bit more versatility to it. At the end of the day, this is good for someone who's looking for a simple gym bag. But if you want a bag that can be a gym bag, that can also carry your work stuff and your laptop and maybe also double as like a backpack, this is not for you. If that sounds like you, do yourself a favor, check the links below. I have a very specific backpack recommendation for you that will be perfect for you. The Aer Sling Bag 2 is also not for you if you're looking for just like an everyday sling. At the end of the day, this thing is way too big to be like an everyday carry sort of a sling, and it's really designed for like gym stuff. So if you don't need a gym sling, then don't get this. There are other freaking awesome slings on the market. I'm talking from Manal, from Bellroy, from Peak Design. Check the links below. I got some links to some of the best slings money can buy. And finally, this is definitely not the pack for you if you're trying to replace a backpack. I get it. The sling revolution is upon us and everyone is like going into sling mode, your boy included. I love slings. But at the end of the day, not everyone's situation means they can replace a backpack with a sling. And what I dislike about this is that it gets so uncomfortable with this strap that if there was just 2 backpack straps, it would make a lot more sense because it would be a lot more comfortable. So if you're looking for a backpack replacement and are looking for a sling in this sort of price range and this sort of size, I would say don't make the jump. I'd say get a backpack. Because if you're looking at this, you're like, oh, I want something that's on the smaller side, something that's not very bulky, something simple. Check the links below. If you're still here, that means that you like backpack reviews, so please do me a favor, do Boris a favor, and hit the subscribe button below. That lets us know we're doing a good job. All right, guys, that's it. Say bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. The old Russian ball sack. Here to access the main... It's only a $1,200 laptop in there, Aaron. Maybe I shouldn't throw it around. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. You've got your ubulus muscle, which connects to your upper dorsimus. It's not a good green tea. I don't like this green tea. Get away. Get away. It's more like a